Hey guys, did you know that Hall effect switches use magnets to register a key press, making them much more durable, but what is much more important, more responsive than traditional mechanical switches? Please meet the newest gaming mechanical keyboard from Turtle Beach, and this is Vulcan 2 TLK Pro with magnetic switches and Hall effect. So these guys from Turtle Beach sent me this keyboard for testing and a review, and they asking what do I think about this keyboard with mechanical switches. So basically, what problem these guys from Turtle Beach trying to solve with this keyboard, right? I think you all well aware about the issue with the standard mechanical switches, right? They're fixed with actuation point when you're going down, when you press the key, and they're fixed on when you're going up, when release the press, right? And this is a kind of standard issue for standard mechanical switches. But these guys trying to implement mechanical switches with Hall effect, which means a magnet inside the switch. And by the way, they're using Gateron magnetic mechanical switches, which is a great idea, to solve this issue. So let's dive into the review and let's check if this guys is successfully implement this Hall effect and magnetic switches, or maybe we have all this set of standard issues with magnetic switch implementation. Let's go. Okay, let's start from the simple stuff, what you will have inside the box. And inside the box, obviously, you will have the keyboard itself. As a pleasant bonus, you will have this wrist rest, pretty flexible and soft. You will have a wide braided USB-A USB-C cable, and of course some user manual. Okay, let's start from the technical specification of this keyboard. So first of all, you may see that this is a TLK version, so we don't have this numpad on the right side. It's more compact version, which is great for gaming. From back side, you have this double kickstand, which is good. This is not a wireless, this is a wired version of the keyboard, so you have this cable USB-A, USB-C, which is detachable, so you can eject and inject this. We have this push to mute mechanical knob, which basically increase and decrease volume, but also you have this additional tab, which can mute and unmute your mic. Okay, let's dive into the keycaps and switches. Keycaps, pretty nice made, very low profile, ABS, shine through, and by the way, these switches, because it's a standard Gateron magnetic switches, they are compatible with any other keycaps what you may want to apply to this keyboard. As I already told that this is a Gateron magnetic switch, right? Which is great because if you by any reason will want to change the switches for something else from Gateron, you can do this. Just check if this is the same type of magnetic switches, because it's a several types. You can check my previous video on the channel where I'm explaining the difference between different types of magnetic switches from Gateron. These switches are well pre-looped and with double rail, so they are super stable. Under the switch you will see the PCB plate with north-facing RGB. Okay guys, let's download the software. We have a pro driver for this keyboard. Let's check how to adjust actuation point for the keys. Can I do it per key or it's like a global stuff? First of all, you need to go to this section which is related to actuation point. Then you need to go to the gaming mode, right? And now you can see all keys on the map, and you can select, for example, this key I already select for 0.5, this one 0.5, and you can set up as many as you need. For example, I want to have my AWSD as a most fast keyboard, right? You can do this per key, which is kind of important. Also, you can select a different release level, right, for the keys. For example, you want to have them like as low as possible, so you can set up it in a different way, right? For example, like this. Actuation point on a very low level and then reset point on top level, or you can do the same as a standard mechanical switches, like 2 mm up, 2 mm down, all up to you. And if you want to test, for example, how it works, you can go to this emulation part, and you can see on your screen I'm pressing the key and I can see where is this actuation point from tactile response from the keyboard, right? So basically you can really test how to set up all your keys. Let's check the RGB settings. It's pretty awesome. You can select from different already pre-built color schemas, right? And they're pretty cool, I would say. Also, I have found very interesting feature on this keyboard related to RGB. You can switch on analog visualizer, so when you're pressing the key, you can see on the number row what kind of sensitivity do you have. So pressing the key, you see the level of press on the keys from 1 to 0. I think this is pretty cool and unique idea. So, and all of this you can store in a 5 different profiles, and all those profiles will be stored on a keyboard memory. It's about 8 megabytes of onboard memory, so you can do this once and then just use this keyboard without software. Also, what is important for gaming keyboards that you have 1000 megahertz pooling rate, so it's pretty fast keyboard in general. And also you have a full key rollover and anti-ghosting. Even it's advanced anti-ghosting, but in general you can press as many as you want. So in real game scenarios it will be no issues with pressing several keys simultaneously. Let me switch off my main light, so I will be able to show you the RGB, because I just want to bring your attention how brightful and how nice this keyboard from RGB point of view, partially because this Gateron switches also consist of RGB enhancer, this additional part inside each switch, but also from other side because we have this software and we can change these patterns pretty heavily. I mean, the keyboard is just really shining, so I just want to show you this RGB. And also what is important, if you have other devices from this brand, you will use one software, this Swarm 2 software, and you will be able to synchronize the RGB patterns across all these devices from these brands which supports this software, which is pretty cool. I think the same we have in Corsair devices and Razer devices, so these guys also implement the synchronization of settings between different keyboards, mice, headsets and other stuff. By the way, what about sound test? Obviously this is not a Razer typing mechanical keyboard, it's a gaming mechanical keyboard, but from other side you can check it's nothing. It's no rotaling, no wobbling, nothing like that. Just recall my video about Razer Huntsman or any other low profile, I mean keyboards with a low profile keycaps. Just check them out, how awful they sound. So this guy is sound pretty okay for gaming mechanical keyboard. So guys, I'm testing this keyboard for last 1 or 2 weeks, and I might say that this keyboard is pretty interesting. If you're looking for the pure gaming mechanical keyboard, check this out. Responses of the keys are impressive. I'm playing a lot in a Homeworld, this new game, and Helldivers, and Valorant, and this CSGO, and other stuff. So you can have different settings for different games. RGB is super bright, software is very nice and well made, everything clear what needs to be done and how it can be done in the software. And before we will wrap this up, just not to forget to press a like button if you like this video, subscribe to my channel to not miss future videos, and as always, if you have your feedback, questions or suggestions, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. You know I'm reading all comments, I'm answering to all comments, and if you have any questions or suggestions, I'm happy to see them and implement in my next videos if it will be required. Thank you for watching and see you next time.